Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. I'm Pinky Webb. Today on the program, transport groups are staging another protest against the government's PUV modernization program. This comes 2 weeks before authorities begin cracking down on drivers and operators who won't comply with the franchise consolidation requirement. Manibela Chairman Mar Valbuena joins us in the program. Also, transport regulators say Metro Manila might lose half of its jeepneys by February 1, and it's unclear whether the remaining units will be enough. Office of Transport Cooperatives head Andy Ortega tells us more in the show. Manibela and Piston are leading yet another transport protest today against the government's PUV modernization program. Transport regulators say Metro Manila might lose half of its jeepneys by February 1. Senior correspondent George Cahiles brings us on board.
Transport strike or none, these passengers are not new to the daily wait along Commonwealth Avenue in Quezon City to catch a public transport for work or school. The Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board, or LTFRB, says it has issued permits to over 42,000 jeepneys in Metro Manila. But by February 1st, they estimate that almost half of the number will be banned on the streets.
Yun hong hindi nag-consolidate will no longer be allowed to run the routes. Except po if, as we analyze po, there might be the need.
The Transportation Department has begun a route rationalization scheme to determine the required number of public utility vehicles for identified routes. But the COVID-19 pandemic interrupted the program. The LTFRB says the DOTR is looking for funds to continue this study. Pending the numbers, there is no data to come up with the number of jeepneys to serve the entire metropolis. The LTFRB itself has no clear answer whether the jeepneys on Metro Manila streets will be enough come February 1st.
Yung sasapat ho, that remains to be seen po as we go along, no? Pero ho, if we will base it doon sa in the past, even with the declaration po of Tigil Pasada, makita ho natin na nasagot po noong mga existing na nagsipagtakbo yung demand po during those period.
The LTFRB says jeepney units that fail to consolidate by joining a cooperative or corporation cannot operate after January 31st. It says officers will conduct random inspection together with the Land Transportation Office or LTO and the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority to apprehend violators. Based on LTO guidelines, unregistered PUVs or those without franchise may be impounded. The application to consolidate ended on December 31st.
Titignan po namin yung kanilang papeles. Pangalawa po, eventually we will be issuing stickers sa parang yung nakikita po ninyo sa pinapaskil ng LTO para ma-determine po namin kung yung isang jeep ay miyembro po ng isang consolidated entity.
In case there will be a shortage of jeepneys come February 1st, the LTFRB says they will coordinate with local governments to offer free rides while special permits will be issued for consolidated units to serve other routes. George Cahiles, CNN Philippines.
And let's go straight to the source of the story. We have Office of Transportation Cooperatives Chairman Andy Ortega. Sir Andy, welcome again to the source and maraming salamat po sa inyong oras.
Hi, good morning Pinky. Magandang umaga sa inyo.
Let's start with the numbers so we have a better understanding. Chairman, ilan ho ba for now ang jeeps na nationwide siguro that are plying the usual routes? Hindi pa po natin pinag-uusapan yung consolidated. Ilan po sila in total?
Yeah, ang total natin, I have here kasi is a combination of jeeps and UV, basically the same, mga 191,000 nationwide yon. Those are the numbers that have franchises, 191,000.
That have franchises.
That's right.
Nationwide.
And then, ang nag-consolidate is supposedly 146,000 ang nag-consolidate. So that reached that number to around 76%.
A total of 76%. Again, this is nationwide. Now let's go to NCR. Do you have the numbers, sir?
Yeah, sa NCR kasi, what we have, we reported around 52% ang mga nag-consolidate out of the 41,000 na franchises in Metro Manila or NCR. Pero yesterday, during a press con that was held, we check on the confirmed, meaning out of the 41,000, ilan ba talaga ang tumakbo 2022, 2023 na nag-register sa LTO? And we came up with a number, a little more than 22,000. So if we will look yung actual na nag-register sa LTO legally, that's 22,000 plus. And then yung nag-consolidate is around 21,000. So we are looking at almost 2,000 units in NCR na hindi nag-consolidate as compared to yung 20,000 or more na may franchises. So talagang the number looks small, no? In fact, parang 97% nga ang sinasabi dito na supposedly nag-consolidate if we check on those who truly registered or confirmed with
Right.
LTO.
That makes it clear, no, Sir Andy, kasi pagka ang titingnan nyo lang po yung nagparehistro noong 2023, 22,000 po yan, tapos 21,000 po yung nag-consolidate. That's almost, as you mentioned, that's 97%. Malapit na po sa 100% yan. Ang tanong ho kasi, ito ho bang 22,000 na nagparehistro noong 2023, sila lang ho ba talaga yung nagdadrive o nagmamaneho o umiikot po dito sa NCR?
Tama yun. May nagsabi nga, baka mamaya the rest, like 20,000 are colorum. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, it's not that way. I'm sure some bumabiyahe, hindi registered. But alam mo, sa tagal na ng prangkisa, like since 1950s, 60s to, it's safe to assume na marami talaga dyan na hindi na talaga ginagamit. Baka nag-retire na, ayaw na. And then maybe some dyan, yung luma na yung sasakyan, hindi na roadworthy, so hindi na talaga ma-register sa LTO.
Does this
Kaya
mean-
pala napansin natin. Yeah.
Sorry, sir. Does this mean that there is no actual data of the number? Kasi jeeps po ito tsaka UV Express. Tama ho ba?
That's right.
Okay, my
Tama po
question,
yun.
sir, is there no actual data in NCR kung ilan ho talaga ang umiikot sa NCR ng mga PUV at jeep?
Now, yung ngayon, yung 22,000, yun yung pwede mong sabihin actual because those were the ones that got registered with LTO. So yun ang pwede nating sabihin na actual na umiikot sa NCR.
Opo,
That's
so-
a number,
Yeah,
22,000.
I understand that, sir. Siguro my question is, baka po, you have a point, no? Pwedeng baka luma na, hindi na ginagamit, etc. Pero meron din po kasing posibilidad na yung natitira pong hindi nagrehistro noong 2023 ay talagang hindi lang nagrehistro noong 2023 pero rehistrado sila noong 2022. And maybe, I don't know, sir. So, what I want to find out is, what is the actual data na talagang alam ng gobyerno, ito lang ang umiikot sa NCR?
Alam mo, I have to be honest, we don't have such number kung ilan yung actual na umiikot based on your question.
Right.
Pinky.
Okay, I guess talagang doon lang sa mga rehistrado, you can really just base it now from those registered. But siguro magandang malaman dito, Chairman, sapat na ho kaya itong 21,000 na consolidated? O sabihin po natin kahit yung 22,000 na registered ng 2023, sumasapat po ba ito para sa mga commuters?
No, if we will base it yun sa mga tigil pasada or di ba nagkaroon sila ng strike I think a few weeks ago, it could be that's the number kasi napansin namin hindi naman ganun kaapektado yung ating mananakay sa NCR. Kasi if we will base it sa 20,000 hindi consolidated, that's a big number. You could just imagine the impact. But what we were seeing, tigil pasada at saka welga, hindi malaking impact. So that number na 20,000 plus lang talaga ang umiikot, that could be the true number dito sa NCR.
Okay, so now, sir, what happens on February 1?
Yeah, syempre February 1 talagang hindi na pwedeng pumasada yung mga hindi nag-consolidate na mga operator. So hindi na dapat nila gamitin yung mga sasakyan nila no after January 31. That's why buong month ng January, due process tayo, buong month ng January, we are informing them para kusa sila on their own, they should not fly the routes or use their jeepneys because hindi na consolidated. So it's really the responsibility of them not to do it. But syempre, government, LTO, we will be conscious and we will be ready to those na magpa-apply after January 31.
And what is the plan on February 1? Manghuhuli ho ba ang the authorities?
Alam mo, function-wise, talagang dapat kami manghuli. But I'll be very transparent and straight sa inyo, Pinky. Siyempre, we will be sensitive in how to handle this. Kasi alam naman natin, sensitive issue, alam naman natin, wala silang hanap buhay, no, yung mga operators. So, we will have to move parang step by step, look at where we will move fast, we will move slow. Parang we will do it in a way na yung friction will be lessened. Kaya nga, mensahe namin sa kanila, alam nyo po, hindi na kayo pwede bumiyahe, why don't you start by not really flying your route by February 1?
But the problem, and I'm sure you know this, Chairman, is that ang kanilang kinikita araw-araw, ang kanilang ginagastos din araw-araw. So baka, there's a big possibility, sir, that mahihirapan po silang hindi mamasada. In other words, they will still ply their routes. Ano po. So what's going to happen? I know that you're saying you're going to be sensitive. Government will be sensitive to their plight. But what exactly is the plan of government?
No, on the part of OTC, we've already contacted a lot of cooperatives nationwide. We've already asked them to hire, be members, no, yung mga drivers that are not, supposedly, wala na silang sasakyan because their operators did not consolidate. So that's one way that we have to make fast or the process to make it fast para mabilis silang makalipat ng kooperatiba or mag-member ng kooperatiba for them to be able to have that, yung trabaho pang araw-araw. So that's one way that we could help them. But definitely, bibilisan din ng LTFRB to give special permits, no, if possible, dun sa mga routes na hindi nag-consolidate para mabigyan ng trabaho yung mga drivers again on those routes that were not consolidated. So it's really a team effort para malesen natin yung mga drivers natin na hindi na pwedeng magmaneho because their operators decided not to consolidate.
Yeah. Yung mga driver kasi, kung sila ay bahagi ng operator, basically you're saying they can join those companies, corporations ho, na nag-consolidate
Yeah,
na.
corporations and cooperatives, they could join. Pwede silang mamili and they could really join those groups para may trabaho pa sila.
I wonder though, sir, tatanggapin ho ba sila? Kasi, please correct me if I'm wrong, kung sasali po sila sa isang corporation that's consolidated, I'm imagining that they have enough jeeps, this corporation, and they have enough drivers. That's just what I'm thinking, sir. So why would they hire drivers to join them?
Based on info from co-ops, though, they need drivers. Hindi sila sapat. I'm sure some sapat, some they need. So there are numbers that are needed presently ng mga co-ops. And then again, like I said, once LTFRB gives them that special permit para mag-fly ng ruta, so meaning they need more drivers for their vehicles to be used on those routes. So there will be movements, there will be solutions. But syempre Pinky, hindi ganun ka-bilis or kasigurado yon. So we will see what we could do further.
Okay. So just to clarify that, ang bibigyan ng posibleng special permit for extra routes would be obviously those co-ops.
Yes,
Okay.
corporations or co-op that consolidated. So sila yung may chance to fly the routes dun sa mga rutang hindi nagpa-consolidate.
We're going to take a very short break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. Our source today, Office of Transportation Cooperatives Chairman Andy Ortega. Chairman Andy, so what's going to happen? Balikan ko lang po sa February 1. Is there going to be a random inspection? I think during the press conference, was it yesterday, I heard something that there would be a random inspection of these PUVs.
Yeah, definitely that will be the function of LTO. Gagawin po nila yon. So they'll have to check on certain routes, certain vehicles regarding that. Pero I cannot really say what actually they will do. But I'm sure merong, yung proper handling on those situations.
But come February 1, I also saw it yesterday. I think Chairman Guadis was saying that, if I'm not mistaken, they need to bring some sort of evidence that they are part of a co-op or corporation. Tama ho ba yun?
Yeah. Yeah, may document silang dadalhin. Number one, yung nag-apply sila for consolidation. So there's a document, no? That's number one. And then number two, yung registered yung sasakyan nila sa LTO. So once you have those two, registered, roadworthy ka, and then number two, yung meron kang document from LTFRB na consolidated ka or nag-apply, that makes you legal to apply the routes starting February 1.
Clear. Okay. Excuse me, sir. So I'm clear about that. But I wasn't clear about yung mahuhuli po na hindi maipapakita yung tamang dokumento. Babalikan ko po yung tanong ko, huhulihin ho ba sila?
Definitely huhulihin sila if wala silang dokumento, those two documents. Kasi legally hindi sila pwedeng bumiyahe, no? Pero on how actually LTO will do it with the things that we discuss today, so let's see what will happen kung paano nila gagawin yun for the safety of the passengers, for law or for the law to be followed, but also sabi nga natin for the sensitivity of the situation. So ipagsama-sama po yun ng LTO and DOTR on that handling, Pinky.
Huhulihin ho sila but we still don't know what kind of penalty, if at all, they will be facing basically, sir.
Yeah, that's right, Pinky.
Okay. Again, so pagdating ho ba ng February 1, kasi I understand, sir, these are through phases, hindi ho ba? The first phase is this consolidation po. So, ano ho yung next phase? Yung next phase na ho ba, yung kanilang pagbili ng modern jeep?
Yeah, yung next phase this year, no? Yung route rationalization. It's an LGU LTFRB process wherein final effect is that the ruta or the routes will be known kung ilan ang sasakyan na dapat for those routes, no? And it will be affirmed by LTFRB. So malalaman na natin kung ilan dapat ang sasakyan nung bawat ruta. So we could make adjustment based on those who consolidated. So siguro ang nasa budget ngayon this year, around 700 or more LGUs will be, yung maayos yung LPTRP ang tawag doon, for us to have that document. And then give it mga siguro a year or two, starting now. And then after that, once you have that LPTRP, papasok na yung sinasabing within 27 months, dapat modernize ka na. So it's really a step-by-step yung pag-implement dito sa PUVMP.
Within 27 months from what is the reckoning date, sir? From when?
Yung like example, kunyari by 2025, yung ruta, meron ng LPTRP from LGU, that's when the 27 months come in. Kasi hindi naman pwede mag-start yung 27 months now because some LGUs, wala pang LPTRP. So that route rationalization should come in before the 27 months start. So this will take years pa wherein you will see lahat modern vehicle na.
Matagal pa rin pa ho pala bago bumili nitong mga modern jeep. So I got a little confused with this route rationalization compared to the routes being offered dito sa mga jeep. Hindi ho ba, it was said in the past that if it's 60% consolidated, etc., pwede pa pong pumasok yung mga hindi consolidated. This was after the December 31 deadline. How does this compare, sir, yung consolidation versus route rationalization?
Yeah, yung 60% na sinasabi natin, pag ang ruta is less than 60%, kukuha ka ng ibang consolidated route to assume or to help on the routes. Temporarily, special permit, kasi nga kulang pa yung consolidated. Yun yung less than 60. So yun yung solution for us to have vehicles, proper number, para habang tayo ay pumunta sa next phase, we assure that the riding public will have that vehicles for their commute. And then dito naman sa route rationalization, this is a study by LGU, aalamin niya sa ruta, ilan ba ang pasahero, ilan ba ang kailangan nating sasakyan niyan? Kasi as of now, all routes, merong number yan. Kunyari, merong 50 ang nakalagay na franchise for that route. But eventually, pagkatapos ng route rationalization, kunyari, eksakto yung 50, we are fine. Pag a little more than, mag-a-adjust tayo. Pag a little more than, less than that, mag-a-adjust tayo. So the adjustment will happen once the LPTRP or route rationalization comes in. So it's really a study to be done by LGU and by LTFRB. And then, pag may sobra or kulang, mag-adjust ka naman sa other routes within the area of that LGU.
Sir Alex, matanong ko lang, bakit ho hindi pa ito alam? Itong route rationalization? Because it talks about parang how many commuters, how many jeeps, how many PUVs are needed. Why is this something that needs to be analyzed by 2025 after the
it's really a study to be done by LGU, no? Parang talagang they will be capacitated by LTFRB on how to do such study, no? It's not something that was done years ago. It's something that has been done for the past years and ini-improve natin for us, kasi part of PUVMP is for us to know ilan ba ang dapat. We cannot have more than the vehicles needed for that route. So that's the objective of PUVMP. And LPTRP or route rationalization will really help, and as much as possible para magiging more accurate yung number for that route. So that's the objective doon.
All right. Thank you po, Office of Transportation Cooperatives Chairman Andy Ortega. We're going to take another break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Our source today, Manibela Chairman Mar Valbuena. Mar, nasan ka ngayon? Mar, this is Pinky.
Ma'am Pinky, nandito na po ako sa UP Avenue, at kasama na po namin yung iba naming mga miyembro.
Hindi ba dapat naantala ka ba? Because wasn't this supposed to start earlier? Kasi yan ang meeting point nyo, hindi ba?
Tama po kayo, Ma'am Pinky. 7 a.m. Umalis na ako ng bahay. Hindi kami makapag-proceed dahil doon sa mga naipit naming mga miyembro na hinarang ng ating mga kapulisan. Hindi natin alam kung bakit may mga checkpoints ngayon na nakalatag at nakahold sila ng halos 2 oras na doon po sa mga checkpoints area. Kasi kung may violation po, Ma'am Pinky, dapat tikitan na lang nila at paalisin at hayaan na lang umuwi kung hindi na nila ito palulusutin.
Mark, tell me saan itong mga location na to na sinasabi mong nagkaroon ng checkpoint at pinipigilan ng inyong mga kasamahan?
Cavite, Laguna, Bulacan, at saka po dito sa NCR, Ma'am Pinky. Kaya inabot po ako ng 2 oras bago nakarating dito dahil kailangan naming tumigil at kausapin yung aming mga kasamahan.
Pero ikaw, na-checkpoint ka ba?
Iba kasi yung sinakyan ko nung naramdaman ko ng may checkpoint, Ma'am Pinky. Naghanap ako ng ibang masasakyan na hindi po jeepney ang masasakyan ko. Pero ang kahabaan po ng Espanya ngayon, Ma'am Pinky, kung di ho ako nagkakamali, 4 na truck na po ng kapulisan ang nakalatag ngayon doon. At doon sa may Moraita. Hindi namin alam bakit may mahahabang baril na bitbit itong ating mga kapulisan. Wala naman ho kaming gagawing kaguluhan, Ma'am Pinky.
Mar, anong inaasahan natin sa protesta ngayong araw? Ano ang inyong ruta at ilan ang lalahok? Ilan ang inaasahan yung lalahok?
Ma'am Pinky, una dun sa tanong na kung ano ang ruta. Manggagaling kami dito sa UP Diliman. Magkakaraban kami hanggang Welcome Rotonda at magmamarcha kami, Ma'am Pinky, mula Welcome Rotonda hanggang Mindiola. Ito po ay kung hindi ho kami haharangin ng ating kapulisan. Kasi sa nakikita ko ngayon, overkill po yung paglatag po ng kapulisan doon sa Espanya.
We're going to check on that, Mar, no? So, ilan ang inaasahan yung sasali sa kilos protesta ngayong araw? Dito muna sa NCR.
Ang estimate po natin dito sa NCR, Ma'am Pinky, hindi po bababa ng 10,000. At yung manggagaling po ng ibang probinsya, hindi po bababa ito ng 5,000, Ma'am Pinky. Sa hanay pa lamang po yan ng transport group. Combine na po ito kami ng Manibela at Piston.
Okay, yeah. Nagsama nga kayo dito sa protestang ito. Mar, so kausap ko din si Andy Ortega, Sir Andy Ortega kanina ng OTC, no? So, nangangamba ba kayo pagdating ng February 1 dahil nga parang lumalabas na illegal na yung mga hindi nag-consolidate? Mamamasada pa ba yung mga kapwa driver na hindi nag-consolidate o umanib sa mga kooperatiba?
Maaari po kaming tumigil pansamantala, Ma'am Pinky, pero yung panawagan namin at mga protesta, hindi po matitigil.
Wala bang naging karagdagang pag-uusap sa pagitan ninyo at ng mga transport officials?
Wala po, Ma'am Pinky, yung pinakahuli na, yung hearing po sa Kongreso. At umaasa tayo na yung resolution at recommendation ng House of Representatives, ang Committee ng Transportation ay mapapakinggan ng ating Pangulo na tayo po ay ma-reconsider yung ating panawagan na yung aming mga prangkisa, aming mga provisional authority na illegal na binawi ay maibalik po.
Meron kayong mga kakampi dun sa mga naganap na hearing, no, Mar? So, sabi mo nga, pagdating ng February 1, posibleng
Opo.
pansamantala muna kayong titigil. Siguro ang tanong, paano yung kapakanan ng mga drivers? Alam naman natin kung ano yung kanilang kinikita, yun din ang kanilang ginagastos.
Sakripisyo po talaga ito, Ma'am Pinky. Siguro kanya-kanyang diskarte muna itong ating mga kasamahan kasi talagang sila ay nagtutulak sa atin na ipaglaban itong aming mga prangkisa na hindi naman po namin nilalabag yung panuntunan nito na kusapong kinuha sa atin.
Last question. Yung importante malaman kasi dito yung talagang numero na nag-consolidate. And the official count, according to Sir Andy, is that meron ng 21,000 na nag-consolidate. Ang sabi pa niya kasi, in 2023, yung registered na PUVs was about 22,000. Kaya 97% ang sinasabing nag-consolidate o sumali sa mga kooperatiba. Ano ho ba yung kakaiba ho ba ang numbers that you have?
Yung number po na pinapakita nila sa atin ay napakagulo, Ma'am Pinky. At sana noong nagkaroon ng congressional hearing, hinihingi nila yung tamang datos, doon sana nila ibinigay doon sa proper forum. Kasi kahit nasaan ka, pwede mong sabihin yung mga datos na hindi naman totoo dahil hindi ka naman under oath. So dito, Ma'am Pinky, maliwanag na puro kasinungalingan yung naririnig nating datos. Minsan ang pinagbabasihan nila yung LTO na data. Ang tinatanong po natin dito, yung data po mismo ng LTFRB. At kinoconfirm ba ng LTO yung mga pinagsasabi po ng Office of the Transport Cooperatives? At ang tumatayong secretary na ng DOTR na si Andy Ortega.
Isingit ko lang to, no? Para ba sa inyo, ilan pa? Siguro lagay na lang natin sa Manibela at saka sa Piston, ano? Piston ang kasama ninyo ngayong araw. Ilang jeep ang hindi nag-consolidate? Sa inyo?
Sa amin po, Ma'am Pinky, dito sa NCR, sa Manibela pa lamang po, hindi po bababa ito ng 10,000 pa. Hindi po namin alam kung saan po pinagkukuha ng LTFRB yung kanilang datos.
Okay.
Kung sinasabi nila na 600 na lamang po yung hindi nakaka-consolidate, mga 4-5 ruta lamang po ito, Ma'am Pinky.
Okay. Manibela Chairman, Mar Valbuena, sir, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Ma'am Pinky.
Thank you,
Maraming.
and thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.